Hi, question 1. Please tell us about yourself. What are your interests and hobbies? My name is Moko Marinwell. I'm a holder of a bachelor degree in mathematics, and I've been teaching mathematics for over 10 years now. My interests and hobbies are reading, doing research, and traveling. Question 2. Are you involved in extracurricular activities that you could coach or supervise? Yes, I'm an athlete and I coach athletics at my school. Question 3. Why did you decide to become a teacher for the subject for which you are applying? I decided to become a teacher for the subject mathematics because I was inspired by my dad, who was a passionate mathematics teacher. Question 4. Are you currently employed as a teacher? Yes, I'm currently employed as a teacher. Question 5. How many hours per day do you teach and how many days per week? I teach 8 hours per day and 5 days in a week. Question 6. Describe your teaching experience. What subjects have you taught and at what grade level? I have been teaching mathematics for over 10 years, and within this period, I have guided many students to succeed at both the GCE ordinary level and advanced level in my school with excellent grades. In addition to this, I have gained many instructional strategies and better classroom management. I teach mathematics for secondary and high school levels and assist in further mathematics, physics, chemistry, and biology when need arises. Question 7. Describe other work experience you have had besides teaching. I have worked as an accountant in a microfinancial institution. Question 8. Have you ever worked in the United States? If so, when, where, and why? No, I have never worked in the United States. Question 9. What do you hope to be doing professionally 5 years from now? Professionally 5 years from now, I hope to gain higher qualifications and hopefully teach at the college level. Question 10. If I were to talk to several of your colleagues, how would they describe your personality? My colleague would describe me as someone who is very hardworking, passionate about her job, time conscious, friendly, a team player. Question 11. What will your students say about you? My students will say I'm very caring, very loving, a role model, and so much fun. Question 12. How do you prepare to teach your lessons? First of all, I look at the pacing guide or the syllabus content area to identify what the students are expected to learn. Then I find what the students may know about the lesson. After that, I break the lesson from simple to complex. Furthermore, I consider the learning abilities of the students. Then, also, I determine the type of didactic materials that would enhance better understanding of the lesson. Then I adapt a teaching strategy that will best suit that lesson. And then I look at the activities and materials needed for the lesson. I will use depth of knowledge questions that are appropriate for the lesson. And finally, the teaching learning tools that I will use, such as videos for audio visuals and hand-on activities. Question 13. What will your lesson plans include? My lesson plan will include the following. First of all, taking into consideration the average age of the students and the duration of the lesson. I start with an introduction to find out about previous knowledge with respect to the lesson to be taught. Then followed by instruction and instructional strategies. A lesson must be student focused and therefore must include student activities. To get students to actively participate in the lesson, depth of knowledge questions are used. The lesson is then concluded with the lesson summary and homework. Question 14. Think about the class that you have taught recently. Talk about 2 of the teaching strategies or methods that you used. I was teaching 1 and 2 steps equations, and I had to use grouping, where I had to split the students into groups, and within which each student was assigned a particular role. They each had different questions to work on and present to the class, while the others criticized them. I also used peer teaching, where I selected students who understood the lesson better to teach their peers. Question 15. What methods do you use to grade or evaluate your students' progress? I grade and evaluate my student progress using methods like class participation, oral questioning, test and quizzes, end of term exams, homework, and independent practice. Question 16. If you use technology in your teaching, describe how you use it. Specifically discuss your experience using a smartboard and ways that you incorporate it into your lesson. The most common technological tool being used in my country in the classroom is the calculator. However, we have a multimedia center where I take my students there when I have online interactive activities to use the smartboard, watch videos, and pull out interactive geometric tools. Question 18. If you have students who are noisy or non-attentive, share with us 2 ways you get them to be quiet and concentrate. First of all, I will move quietly to the students' table to make my presence felt. Then if the students do not stop and are still non-attentive, I will give them a time out. Question 19. Describe the most difficult problem you have had to deal with as a teacher and how did you solve this problem? I had a student that was very defiant and was very disruptive during my class. I gave him time out, had one-on-one conference with him, wrote countless discipline referrals, but the situation did not change. I decided to bring the student to me by showing him more concern and care. I then found out that he was going through a lot at home. He did not have anyone to look up to. Showing him this care and concern changed him, and he became one of my best students. Question 20. Give one example to show that you are a flexible person and that you can make changes to your teaching and methods if that is necessary. I was teaching students how to solve one-step equations, and I noticed they were not understanding adding positive and negative numbers. I had to stop the lesson and go back to teach them operations using integers. With integers and using the number line. Question 21. Is there anything you would like to add about your qualifications and that we may not be aware of? Yes, I'm a holder of a bachelor's degree in accounting. Question 22. Have you spoken to your family about going to the United States to teach? Is there anything such as a family member that might object to your leaving home? Are you aware that your family members may not join you here until approximately 4 to 6 weeks after your arrival? Yes, I have spoken to my family about going to the United States to teach. There are no objections to my leaving home. Yes, I'm aware that my family may not join me here until 4 to 6 weeks after my arrival. Question 23. Do you understand and accept that FACES is a 3 years program, and after 3 years, you must return to your home country? Do you agree to this? Yes, I'm aware and I agree to the fact that FACES is a 3 years program and I have to return to my country, my home country, after these 3 years. Thank you very much.